Customer shopping trends has been completely changed. And when I talk to this with a lot of people, and they will tell me, well, pandemic have a lot to do with it. And I will always say, you know what? I don't agree with it. And the reason I don't agree with it, because I believe the pandemic just forced people to buy online, only the small quantity of the people who wasn't buying online. Consumers are actually really into buying online from long time. So if it's not the case, then explain to me why the Phone for You, why the Toys R Us, why the British Home Store, all of those stores has been closed in previous 10-15 years. It's mean consumer trend, the way they shop online, already been changing from really long time just in this pandemic, because if they didn't had any other options, so they was forced to buy online as well. How the consumer trends are going to change going into the new year 2021. So it's gonna be a little bit boring, and if you skip away and you will just go and watch another video, I will completely agree with it, because I'm gonna be talking about what are the products and what are the consumers are going to be into going into 2021 or in 2021. So this is the discussion today. So in 2020 we have seen the massive changes, and as I already explained, that the only people who wasn't buying online, now they are into online as well. Other day I was reading a research, and in that research was 80% of the people living in UK have bought something online, and that's the massive amount of people. Why all those retailers, like the one who are selling clothing, Apple phone stores, all that, they're moving and focusing more on online marketplace as well? The stock shares of Amazon, and Amazon had a really good time in 2020. The stock share from Amazon went from here to here just in a couple of months. And that really got me thinking, well, when the Apple signed up for their Twitter account, they was already just really silent. Like Apple really never responded to their competitor, and the prices was always rock high, and they was selling this experience along with their expensive brand name, which already have completely changed now. Like if you go down to Apple nowadays, in this year they have launched the phone starting little as 500 to 600 pound. Even iPhone SE 2020 is it's a little bit less than that, and all the way up to 1200 pounds. So they are giving a lot of option to the people. Now if you go to the Apple YouTube channel or Apple Twitter page, or if you go to Apple Facebook, they are posting a lot of stuff. They know that the customer won't be really walking into their store. They can't really sell the experience to the consumer. So rather than really focusing and having this store at very expensive and high-end location, they are really focusing on the online marketplace as well. So you can see a lot of posts, a lot of videos, a lot of options that been given to the consumers. All of that trend has been changing completely. And going into 2021, people are really making these buying decisions based on who they are buying from at the same time. And I would say a lot of consumer decisions and buying decisions has been made by women in the household. Like I can talk about my family, particularly I would say over 90% of the things that been lying around inside the house or in my parents' house have actually been bought by a woman. They are more sensitive about who they are buying from at the same time. what kind of environmental damage or what are their company ethics are at the same time. You can't just sell the product by keeping it in your fancy store and people will come and buy all that experience. Consumer, they know what they are buying nowadays as well, and they care more about the customer services that will come with it at the same time. They want the personalized experience inside the customer services. People really want to feel like you do care about them at the personal level. So you can't just sell a product by just fancy looking stores and all those flashing light and it interrupt advertising and just spamming after spamming with the emails to the consumer. People don't like to be advertised. People don't like to be forcefully sold anything nowadays. So the consumer just don't care about the all those fancy sort of things which you are trying to do, but they more care about your personal ethics, the reputation of the company, and giving them a lot of choice and taking care of them at the personalized level is really going to be important, and it is important already, but there is a huge rise. Now it all comes down to the real question, and the real question is, am I wearing the pants when I'm recording this video? Absolutely. The point that I'm trying to make here is that now everyone is standing at the same level ground. For Apple, it doesn't matter where their stores are and how fancy they look when there is nobody actually going inside the store. So they can't really sell that experience. So if Apple have to sell online and I have to sell online, in that level ground, we are standing at the same level. Of course, they have the brand reputation behind it, but the competition in terms of doing a lot of investment have been completely changed. Now selling the product, it's not simple as you are standing in front of the Lamborghini and say, here in my garage, but you all saw that video. Now what we have to do, like if we want to sell online, if we want to make money online, what are the products that we need to do? It's not simple as selling the product anymore. Now it all comes down to who is giving them more value. So you have seen the huge drop that the people are buying less Apple products now, because there is much option out there and the consumer have realized they have simply more value if they spend money elsewhere. So there is a OnePlus, there is Oppo, there is all kind of options are inside the market now. Let me give you one example on the personal level at the moment. Once I opened my shop on the high street and a lot of shops around me, I used to see people fighting inside the shop every single day for the returns. So what I did in the beginning, I said, well, I'm not just gonna sell loose iPhone cable, and it's not just going to be 1 meter. I pack the cable in really nice packing, and also what I did on the shop, I put the note, we happily accept the return and we give a full refund on all of our purchases as well. But my price wasn't normal as other people. My price was actually double. My cable was more good, my customer services was more good, and guess what happened? I never really seen anyone coming back because they had this mental satisfaction and they never really found something wrong with the product. All it comes down to how much value you are giving inside your product and how much in terms of customer services. So I and you can actually jump into any product at the moment which is selling online. But what we have to do, where we can actually give more value to people. So let me give you one example. If I have to sell this pencil today, for example, if I'm selling this pencil, I don't have to be the cheapest than every other person. I have to care about, okay, well, people are really into the environmental kind of things as well. So they're not really looking to, cheap plastic kind of things because they care about the environment and it's not really good for the environment. How I can actually target that particular thing first? Okay, let's have a pencil made of metal. It's more sustainable. And then the next thing, I can do better in the terms of pictures. I can take better pictures than them as well. I can write the good description, and I can have my title really optimized in the way that the customer will know this is a sustainable product. All these things we keep in mind. We are adding more value to the consumer, whatever they are buying and whatever product you intend to sell at the end of the day. If we just keep this value proposition in our mind, we can just simply jump into any product and we can do better than other people. And you don't have to be the cheapest one, because if you were just looking to be the cheapest one, you're not gonna make any profit in that at the end of the day anyway. So the good news is what we need to take out from it, that this is the best time. Like this right now is the best time to really invest and jump into selling on the online platform where everybody is standing on the same level ground, and just look into providing more value to your customers. My name is Zencha. On this channel, we talk about how to make money online by selling your stuff on e-commerce website and how to make money online from the social media. So make sure you subscribe and just press that like button. And there must be more videos popping up on the screen. Make sure you check them out as well.